Praise God. Just a little memoir. A little memoir of some of my life. I can think about a lot of things. I thank God for my life. Thinking for where He's brought me from. Thinking that He's taught me to read His book. And, you know, it definitely was no misnomer in them titling the classic movie, Greatest Story Ever Told. Because the Bible, to me, is the greatest story ever told. Now, it's been swung around. It's been misused. But it is the greatest story ever told. Because some people have made it to be a Bible and, made it to be used against certain people for certain things, like land and the valuables that's in the land. And, we'll find out who was wrong really on Judgment Day, because we can't judge each other. We're not that honorable, put it that way. We're not that honorable. The church structure and theological institutions and institutions of biblical training, we're not that honorable to be judging people, because somebody always has a different ulterior motive when they teach this book. Although, like I'm saying, this is the greatest story ever told. But it could have been told in another way. And I'm going to put a series of tapes out to explain that. I hope it doesn't offend anyone, but I'm going to put it out to let you know that it could have been explained in a different way by the same people that were that you used it to uneducate. I hope I'm making myself clear in what I'm saying. But the book speaks for itself, really. It speaks for itself. It speaks for itself because there are things that are said in there that if you look at it, it can be no other way. But thanks to the powers that be that control the education system and control the even the system of learning about this word, it could be done. It can be done easily because you can sway people. You can miseducate folks. A lot of people in this world is miseducated. But in some of the civilized countries, people are miseducated. They're miseducated for different reasons. History is a mystery. And since the 1600s, I guess you would say 1620, a lot of things have been they've been redacted. I like to use them words y'all use, them big little words y'all always come up with some new stuff, new words, when they don't want you to understand something. But when a lot of stuff has been redacted, that's the same thing as being covered up. But I tell you what, God got the whole thing that was said in his library, and he will tell people down here what he wants them to know. That's right, he will. Even though people have hid stuff. But I tell you what, God is real. Some of the people down here, well, they ain't so real. But like I said, I'm going to do a series of tapes. And like I said, I hope it doesn't offend you. But I'm looking out for my people just like you was looking out for your people into doing what you did, miseducating my people. So I'm looking out for my people. I'm looking out for the remnant of Jacob. Thank you. I'm going to show you with some things that you must see. I'm going to show you two things. I hope I can do it on this tape. I'm going to show you two things. Two things, right? Two things, right? Okay, in the chapter 2 of Genesis. But there went up a mist from the earth and watered the whole face of the ground, and the Lord God formed man of the dust. See, but this is the key. But there went up a mist from the earth. In other words, the mist was water, you know. It was like dew. And it watered the whole face of the ground. And the Lord God formed man of the dust of the ground. Okay. He formed man of the dust of the ground. Comma. All right? That was one thing that he did. He formed man of the dust of the ground. Anywhere you go, if you wet the dust of the ground, it becomes darker than the ground than it was before it was before it was wet. It becomes darker. It doesn't care if it's white sands or fertile ground. It's going to become dark. I've been in agriculture. I've seen it, and that's just the way it is. So if he formed man from the dust of the ground, that means man had a color to him. I'm sorry. The original man had a color to him. That's one thing that you overlooked telling us when you told us about the book. All right? That's one thing you overlooked when you told us about the book. This beautiful book, man. The greatest story ever told. Yeah. Yeah, the greatest story ever told. Yet, seems like history is some of the biggest lies ever told. History of 1600 century. No, 1600, of the 1600 man, when they begin talking and telling people stuff. That's when the lies started in the 1600s. That's when the lies started in the 1600s. Praise God. So you see, try to mess us around with this book. You ain't got no business trying to mess us around with this book. This book tells you you're a lie from chapter to chapter. From chapter to chapter. And this is something that's real deep here. Where is it at? Where is it? Where is it? When he was talking about those yes. Where is it? And here's another thing here that really sort of puts the icing on the cake with this, because I get sick of people being racist. I really do. I don't care. I really don't care. You can see my face. I get sick of y'all with your sick minds. You have a sick mind. You can't live together with people that you'd rather probably rather destroy the earth rather than to be cool, man. Be round. Y'all are squares. That's what's wrong with y'all. Y'all are devils, but you're squares. You sons of the Amorites. You're squares. You don't want to live right, and you don't want nobody else to live right. So you make everything hard for everybody else. And the older y'all get, the eviler you get. But God gonna take care of your behind. He will do that. But I was trying to see about when the four rivers. Wow. You mean to tell me? Don't tell me y'all took that out of here. Yeah. Yes. Man. Yeah, the four rivers. Oh, Lord have mercy. So y'all better get you another book, because you're not gonna mess with us no more with this book. We know about Jesus. We know about Jesus. You know, Jesus has always been in this book from the very beginning, because Jesus was spoken of as being the second Adam. Did y'all know that? That's right. He was the second Adam. And I know where it says here. Because the first country that was mentioned in Genesis, it wasn't America, it wasn't Europe, but it was Ethiopia. And Ethiopia has always been a black nation. All right, so y'all get that. You get that in your head. It's always been a black nation. But I can't find